Okay. Let's see. What do we have here? Okay, we can fire this up. Oops, I did something. I don't know what I did. I did something. All right, guys, do we have sound? Anyone's here? Do we have sound? Please let me know if sound is available. Sound check. Sound check, please. DJ BPPA on microphone, on the mic. DJ BPPA on the mic. DJ Dmitri, are you here? All right, so warm up. I'm gonna start with a regular warm up. We're gonna do pretty close. I'll take that. That's not too bad. I'm telling you, it's not me. I guarantee it's not me. All right. Okay. Which doctor? Zinda. No, never heard of that. Who is that? Who's Zinda? No clue. Yes. Zahaji.
Is asking about the restaurant, whatever, that you want to go on Sunday. Mom wants Lauren to come, but Lauren works till 6.
We can go after 6.
Lauren has to go home from work, get changed, and come here. So it'll probably be more like dinner at 7:30 to 7:45. Is that too late?
I don't care. Whatever you guys
Who
decide.
says it going to be too late?
I don't know.
Are you okay with that?
I'm okay. No. Gianda, no clue. Help me out. I'm not terribly bad. I'm still going to the left a little bit, but I'm okay. Let's see. I didn't like that one. Okay. So a couple warm-up swings. Everything hurts, so you guys understand. Everything. Shoulders, legs. All right, here we go. Just a couple warm-up shots. I think that was nice. That was smooth. Let's take a look. One to the right, one to the left. Let's see. Yeah, that was really nice. I like that. There's always an issue. There's always kind of I always encounter an issue like playing one pocket. Probably no, it's not like this. That's too easy. That is too easy. Probably more out like this. Like here. Seems to be innocent, easy shot, but you always tend to overcut it to the long rail. Yeah, this is the shot. That felt good. I've been missing my favorite shot for a while. So I got to get my mojo back and practice, take a couple practice spot shots. Missed it by a mile. Maybe a little bit further out like this is good, yeah. No good, too much. Where's that cue ball? Oh, here we go. Might do biceps today. I gotta do biceps. All right, here we go. A little bit off lately. That's fine. Okay, smooth. Overcut it this time. Slight overcut. Yeah. It's much easier from here. But let's shoot it from the pocket. Hello, Angel. How are you? Where are you from? There you go. Nope, overcut it. Hey, thanks. Yeah, easy shot. For Bob, maybe. Yeah, no one's here. Everybody. Bob is at Bob was friends. They played yesterday. I was in Chicago yesterday. There you go. Overcut it again. Come on. I'm overcutting. So, yeah, but we're getting the band back. I'm getting a couple guys here next week. My friend Jim is coming. So he's going to be playing at the International Open. So he wants to practice on this table because that's the table. Too extreme, I guess. Slight undercut and I stretched. Well, anyway, that was not the intention. Doing good with pretty much everything on the table. Oh, beautiful draw. But missed the rattle the ball a little bit. So I'll do it again. Shoot. Too low. Too low on the ball. Oh no. You're back, my friend. Hello. Thanks for coming back. I'm warming up. I just got here. Everybody hurts. I mean, everything hurts. So I'm trying to get the feeling back. So a friend of mine asked, a subscriber, of course, asked the question, cut, induce, throw, and all that, how it works. I'm looking for my dots. Here we go. I need a new sheet of donuts. So let's set up a couple shots. Just hello there. We'll set up a couple shots, and I just want to see where I'm at, and so you guys can see it also, so it's easy for you. Yeah, that's okay. Get a little maybe closer. That's too old for this. Okay. Leaning in on that. Maybe like here is fine too. Alright, so we'll set up here. And we're gonna do a few different angles. And depending on that angle, we're gonna do a little bit of English. And we're gonna hit the ball fuller or lesser and see how it's gonna affect the shot. So we start with, like, this is probably 20-degree angle. And we're gonna hit a lot of ball, but with a low right English. So the ball gets thrown towards left part of the pocket. So basically, with English and cut, you're allowed to hit more ball because the spin that the cue ball applies on the object ball throws the object ball, depends on your English, different sides of the pocket. So why is it important? It's important because instead of aiming at smaller portion of the ball, you can aim at the fuller ball and be more accurate. Instead of cutting the ball like this, for example, you can add a little bit English and hit it a little bit fuller. But on this kind of angle, like 60 degrees or more, it's really hard to apply the throw because the ball does not get enough surface to catch. not enough energy to catch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with low, very low and soft. So the ball hit this part of the pocket. And the next one, we're going to hit with the same speed, but we're going to raise the Q-tip about one tip from the previous low point. So now I'm going to raise another tip with the same stroke. So now I'm hitting closer to the center with the same stroke, but still below center. Okay. And every time we do that, we observe where the cue ball is going and how is it going. How much energy do we need to control it? So that's very important, because in a crucial time when you're taking a shot, all of a sudden you don't know what to do. Simple exercises like this help us to be prepared and know where we're going to put the cue ball. So now we did those pretty much light shots, drag shots. Let's add a little bit more power. Oops, wrong setup. So now we're gonna put this, and we're gonna shoot the same shot with a little bit more energy and see what's gonna happen with the cue ball. So now I'm traveling almost 2.5 feet with the same shot, same low, but I add a little bit more energy. Let's go slightly above center. I mean, above the point where we were aiming first time. Here we go. So now we're about 2 feet further than the first time. And so on. So you kind of, with the stroke and the elevation, you kind of understand where you're going. So here we go. So we got the same 2.5, 3 feet distance. All right, let's add a little bit more power and see where we're going to end up, so we know where we're going to be if we hit a little harder. So now I go zigzag. What's going to happen if it was the same shot? I add much more right English. Let's put some chalk on it. And we're on the very shallow angle, about 20 degrees. So now I'm hitting it with the right English. And that's where I'm going with a full stroke. So I'm easily traveling the whole table. All right, so we got that. Now we're moving towards 40-degree angle, and we're going to do the same thing. First we're going to do a little drag shot. So what we're going to do is try to hold the cue ball as much as we can. But it's much harder now because we're cutting the ball more. So there's less area of contact. Right? So first time on a 20-degree angle, we were somewhere here, maybe half of a diamond, half foot. Now we're back to 2 feet of cue ball going away from the object ball. So let me try to hold it even more. And I hit it full. I almost missed it. If I cut it more, it's going to be further. Cue ball is going to go even further. So that was the softest I could do. And I'm still 2 feet, maybe a foot and close to 2 feet away from the rail, from the point of contact. So I contacted the ball, went to the rail, and off the rail. So same low, and just very gentle, very short stroke. So I'm still in the same spot, identical spot. So now I understand. So with this angle, there's no way I can stop the cue ball here. So, okay, if I know that, and holding it is very hard, what's going to happen if we're going to hit the same shot much harder? Just want to know where we're going, right? That's what's going to happen. You gonna poke. Oh, my friend, I checked. I'm subscribed. I'm a long-time subscriber of yours, and I watch your matches a lot. Thank you very much. I appreciate the help. So let's do. Well, you know, we don't want to hold the stroke. So what's going to happen if we hit it much harder? Whoa, that's where we're going. Stay down. That was a little jumpy. That's okay. So I'm going to add touch of right to avoid the side pocket. And I'm going to avoid it because I undercut it anyway. There we go. So now we can easily from the angle stroke travel the whole table around 2 rails, 3 rails. So that's actually helpful, right? Because now if we got a 9 ball here, for example, and a cue ball here, we understand we can go zigzag 1, 2, and 3 with a much firmer stroke and a touch of right low. Here we go. Right to the 9 ball. Okay. So that's where we at. Okay. So what if we hit the same shot with exactly 3 o'clock? What's going to happen? That's the only way. There you go. So instead of going here with the right low, 3 o'clock brings us closer to the side pocket. Okay. What if we hit it much harder? What's going to happen? 3 o'clock. Same shot, but a little bit harder. All right. I'm going to scratch, so I kind of know that already. I'm not going to scratch next time. So if I know I'm going to scratch or close to a side pocket, I'm going to go back to low. So I'm going to go a little lower and maybe shoot 4 o'clock this time, knowing where I'm going. Right? So, and that's I think the best way to practice your cue ball control and understanding what you're going to do and how you're going to do. Because you have to just basically keep shooting until you figure it out. Okay. Thank you, Jay. I know I'm not good. I never said I'm good. I'm trying to get good. And then we go to the extremes. All right. I always tend to undercut those. So I always say to myself, cut thinner than you think. Dude, you're not good. I like that rhyme. Dude, you're not good. All right. So let's try to add a little bit of start with low again and see what's going to happen here. Tough shot. Tough shot with English and everything. Okay. So shoot thinner than you think. Still not thin enough. Stay down, don't move. All right, here we go. So it's very easy for a cue ball to travel on cuts like 60 degrees or more because we barely touching object ball. So the energy of a cue ball does not transfer fully to object ball. So cue ball has a lot more energy to go. And that's why on the thin cuts, it's very hard to control the cue ball. That's why we call it it's flying. I'm still undercutting. So let's overcut this ball. Much better. So with the overcut comes the side pocket. So let's add a little bit of right English in this case. So we avoid the side pocket. So I'm adding touch of right. And there you go. So now I'm hitting diamond and a half away from the side pocket. All right. It's very useful little exercises that you can do to help yourself understand what's happening. So, and the same thing, what if we go high? What's going to happen if we go above center a little bit, right? On the same shot. We were always below. Now we go above. Obviously, we're going to come here. All right. On this shot, what's going to happen if we go above center? We're on this side of the table now, correct? So if you play in a position for anything, the ball here or a ball here, you understand that the draw takes me away. Follow makes the angle much narrow. So let's see. Right? So we're here, okay? And if you want to hit harder, you're going to go up and down the table. So you don't have to hold your stroke. So above center, up and down. That was a little poke by me, no good. I saw it right away. I saw it right away. Stay down, don't move. Up and down. So I hit it probably slightly below center after the contact because the cue ball went this way. Cue ball does not lie. I need to go forward. There you go. So now we're going up and down with a much harder stroke, so we don't have to hold the stroke. If you watch like Shane Van Boening and he's shooting, he rarely holds his stroke. Instead, he wants to go a couple times up and down. That way it's easier to control the distance of the cue ball. He knows that he's going to go 2 tables up and down instead of trying to hold it. Because with holding it, you're compromising your aim. Ball goes slow, it wobbles, it's not staying on a straight line, so it might hit something on the table, imperfections, so the ball goes off course. So let's try to do the same thing here with the follow. Obviously, we're going to go closer to this pocket, right? So this one I'm shooting above center again. And I'm going right towards this pocket. Why is it important to know? Because a lot of times people shoot a 9 ball and scratch here, for example, because they shoot too hard, thinking that they got the 9, but they don't control the cue ball. So let's go a little higher on the cue ball. I gave it a little bit of punch. We can go smooth on the same shot and see where the cue ball is going. So if you're playing the shape for a next ball, like here, 1 ball, and you're here on 20-degree angle, you know exactly where the cue ball is going, right? Right here, right on the 1 ball. So that's why it's very important to practice this. Thank you, sir. You know, a lot of times people just ask, well, you know, how to control the cue ball and all that. I think time at the table, taking the same shot over and over, little exercise like 20, 40, 60-degree angles, and shoot the same shot with the same stroke. Just go higher on the cue ball or lower on the cue ball and see where you're going to be at. And that way, do it 50 times each shot, and eventually you'll start to understand that, oh, wow, I know this. And during the game, I know this shot. I'm not afraid. I'm not going to guess. I'm going to just shoot. So, what are we going to do next? We need to shoot a couple straight in shots. We haven't done that for a long time, so that's always a problem. So I think something like this. Absolute muscle memory and the mental preparedness, because you're not guessing when you're at the table, you're not guessing. Joshua Filler does not guess. He knows exactly where it's going and how it's going. Dennis Grabe does not guess. He knows exactly where the ball's going. So it's important to be prepared. Amateur player like me, you know, I'm okay, but a lot of times I don't know what to do. I'm guessing. And that's the only way to beat that is practice. Thank you. Well, I'm going to have a friend coming over next week. and we're gonna have a 9-ball match. So he wants to get ready for International Open in Florida in November. So they're gonna have obviously the same table, probably the same pockets. This is 4 1/4, but they are tighter. I measured 4 1/8, close to 4. So last time International was 4 1/2 pockets. Hawaii, woof, very nice, Carl. Aloha. So playing on this table and going to 4 1/2 inch pockets actually felt like going back to Gold Crown 3, with 5-inch pockets. It was so much easier to shoot. So hopefully they will have 4 1/2 inch pockets. We'll see. That was nice. That was nice. Let's see. Yep, I held up my stroke. I stayed down. So, yeah, guys, any comments on the Worlds, on the finals, Beata versus Gorst? $250,000 first prize and $100,000 second. Not bad for a young man. Too low, too low, too low. I scooped it. I scooped the ball. So, hey, John, flip the table, flip the table, flip the table. Explain. Flip the camera or table. Missed it. Flip the camera or flip the table. You know who I don't see anymore? I don't see Vitaly Patsura. And I don't see Christina Tkach with Further. I don't know if they're together or not. Come on, dude. I'm overcutting to the right. Stop shot was good, but I'm missing it. Like my friend Bob would say, on my table, I would make this shot. On the 5-inch pockets, yes. Same miss, same identical miss. Let me see what's happening. Yeah, I'm just, okay. Well, that's actually not bad because if the miss is identical and stroke is fine, I'm just aiming wrong. That's all. Muscle memory is the key. I think it's not lined up straight up, so it's not very straight. That's why I'm doing that. But that's okay. Maria, buenas noches. Where are you from, Maria? little stop shot. A little stop shot. Now, for all new guys that just stumbled on this channel, this is not about channel about being good or showing that I'm good or not good. This is channel about getting there, about training, about working, about trying to get better. That's all. I'm not claiming that I'm a greatest player or a good player. Everything is relative. Everybody is a bad player compared to Fedor Gorst or Carlo Biado or Joshua Filler. I guarantee you that. So it's just the journey to get better. That's all. Stay down a little bit longer. But the stop shot actually dead accurate because here is where the ball would stop, literally touching. So it's dead accurate. Brazil. I have a friend that's on this channel from Rio de Janeiro. A young man, 25 years old, loves pool. So he subscribed to the channel and comes often to talk and practice. He lives in Rio de Janeiro. And also I have neighbors in Florida from Brazil. They live here in America, but they're from Brazil. But unfortunately, no Portuguese. All right, one more stop shot here. That should be enough. Stop was good. Stop shot was dead on here. But I aimed again away from, I aimed a little bit to the right side, and the cue ball doesn't lie because it moved to the right. Can't stop on this bad shot, gotta do it right. Tried to compensate and I missed it completely. That's all right. That's okay. And that's where the practice makes this better. A little bit off. It went to the right. It went to the right side of the pocket. One more. Uno más. Uno más. Yeah, there you go. That was good. Stay down. Stay down. Don't move. So a couple more draw shots. Oh, wrong ball. Let's see where we at. Oh, not very crowded today. But thanks for hitting that like button and subscribe button, guys. Thank you very much. Thanks for supporting me, understanding me. All right, here we go. So let's get a couple draw shots. So I've been working with Mike DeLauder for a little bit. So he pointed a few things that I'm doing wrong, of course. And That helps. So I hit the left side of the pocket. Same miss like the stop shots. So let me see, is it a stroke fault or I'm aiming bad? I gotta see the mechanics next shot. That was good, but not much draw. Let's see. Yeah, I hit it too high on the ball after the cue ball. After the tip contacted the cue ball, it didn't go too low. I raised the tip a little bit. So I didn't hit it where I intended to hit it. That was good, straight on the line. So from here, it went straight back to the point. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Let's try to get back to the rail. All right. I like that. A little bit off center, but that's okay. Then we're going to take a couple power strokes. We need to work on that too. Maximum power or close to maximum power. Rockin' Johnny. Well, Maria just left, I think. And she's from Brazil, Johnny. Maria is in Brazil. Brazil. Rockin' Johnny, I like that. So we're gonna hit this ball with a stop shot first. A lot of power. I like that. That was good. That was good. So now I'm going to hit the center ball. Same shot. But I'm going to hit the center. And I'm going to try to go across with the cue ball. Right where the second diamond is, the kitchen line, that's where I'm going. So let's try to get across here. Very close, very close. There's the kitchen line. So that means I hit the ball slightly below center at the contact. So next one, let's follow. Let's follow this ball a little bit. So we're gonna probably end up in here where these balls are. The harder we hit, the less accurate we become. So you have to find that golden middle, because very soft hits are not accurate either. The cue ball wobbles, and the object ball wobbles, as a matter of fact. Depends on the conditions of the table, of course. So the worse conditions, the harder to hit a soft shot. Dirty balls, or ripped cloth, dirty cloth, dust, and all that. Whoa, way overcut it. That's why Filipinos are hitting hard and have a powerful strokes, because at home they're playing on the very bad conditions. Extremely dirty tables, beat up, rain, humidity. That's how they develop super powerful strokes, because they have to. All right, this becomes a harder shot all of a sudden. Yep, that's where we're supposed to go. Supposed to go into this group. All right, a couple more. Then we'll try to run a rack and call it a night. All right, one more. Way overcut again. Ooh, yeah. But that was powerful. But hard to hit it that hard and make it and be accurate. Well, but that's the point of exercise. If you learn how to hit hard and make them, then when you tune down your stroke, it's much easier to shoot. And you become much more accurate. So I'm overcutting this. Again. It's all right. That's why we're here, practice. So I gotta cut less. Yeah, very good stroke. I just have to stay down a little bit longer. The thing is, when I see the balls going in, I know it's going to drop. I start getting up. Instead, I have to stay down until the ball drops in the pocket. Or even better, when the cue ball stops moving. Like that. See, this time I stayed down good. That was really good. All right, let's do it again. I got to stay down. Shoot and freeze. And check where the tip ended up. It's very important. If tip went up off the line, left, right, that means mechanics were wrong, faulty. Oh, that was sweet. I think I got this real nice. Yep. Nice follow through, staying down, all good. All right, let's do one rack. Do or die. And we call it a night. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Hit that like button, subscribe button, guys. The channel is growing. I appreciate all of your support. We are over 2,500 subscribers. And I started to work on this channel in September of 24 with 435 subscribers. And eventually we grew 2,000 more. It's interesting, people from all over the world. South Africa, a lot of Indonesians, Philippines, Serbia, Europe, Russia, Ukraine. A lot of people from Iraq are watching, um, all over the world. Vietnam, so cool. Yeah, Robster, that's from, bunch of exercises I borrow from, of course, from my coach, Mark Wilson. So that comes from his book. So it's real easy. He's got a whole setup of different drills and exercises. Very solid material. Really nice book. Do I have it signed by Mark? He didn't sign it for me? Okay, that's not cool. Well, I see him next time, he'll sign it. So, guys, I recommend this. Go to Facebook, play Great Pool on Facebook or Mark Wilson on Facebook, ask for the book, and everything. I don't know what he sells it for now, but it's priceless material. Priceless. What do you do? What kind of work? What kind of line of work do you do? Hold on, guys. Give me 1 sec, please. I just set it up the camera yesterday, so I want to see if we're, if we got everything working. Let's give it a try. Yeah, here we go. Now we can shoot. Yeah, my old camcorder, 4K camcorder. My friend Robert jumped up on the shot, hit the camcorder, everything dropped, camcorder fell down and cracked. So I'm using Fuji camera to record stuff now. All right, here I want to hop the ball in the center like Shane Van Boning. I'm going to hit it head on. I didn't do it. I missed it, but not too bad. All right, here we go. Rob, sir, if you're listening, are you familiar with the game Dominican, 1 ball, 1 pocket? If yes, I need your help. Dominican, 1 ball, 1 pocket. I wasn't smart. I got myself on the bridge right away. That's fine. Dominican, 1 ball, 1 pocket. Dominican, 1 ball, 1 pocket. So that's, look guys, that's the shot that we were practicing earlier. Here you go, 20-degree angle. I want to bounce off. No, wow. Okay, look up on Tony Chohan's channel. He's got the game with, I forgot the guy's name, probably Dominican. So it's very, very interesting game. It's the game. but I have a couple questions. I already asked Tony. He answered some. So I talked to the lawyer today about it. So he answered some questions. But it seems like different players got different, rules. No, not rules, but more like house rules. I don't know. But I think I figured everything out. I'll explain after this. I'll explain after this rack. So this is the same shot we were working on today, early. Right, guys? Remember? 20-degree angle, low right, and I'm on the next ball. So this one we'll just roll a little bit forward and get a back cut angle, maybe like here, I think. But I don't want to be on the rail here. So let's see. Nice and soft. Perfect. You can also cheat the pocket a little bit, right? If you have to. I don't know. What should I do here? Don't have enough angle to bounce back. I'll just stun draw out of here. Of course. That's what happens. Punched it. Stupid shot. I grab the cue stick. There you go. One more. Much better, huh? But in a game, you don't have a second choice. Second chance. That's the only chance you got. Well, same shots, same stun shot. That's why this practice is so good, because you repeat the same shots over and over and over. There's that draw shot we just practiced. Right? I knew I'm bumping it, so I'm fine with that. Just go a little bit forward, and we got the 9-ball. Right? Except I got to make the ball. And this we shoot was lefty. And this we shoot was 3 rails because I was careless. All right, so 3 rail shot. Here we go. Looking good, guys. Oh, come on. Dab. All right, one more. Oh, I miscued. But maybe my miscue will take me there. All right, Rob, sir, are you ready? Here's Dominican, 1 ball, 1 pocket. The only rule I didn't catch is, I'll explain. So, object ball is frozen. Are you with me? Just say yes or no. Object ball is frozen on the short rail. Dead center. Cue ball on the spot in the kitchen. So they must be dead center. They can't be off. So like this, I can see a little bit off. All right, so I'll fix it. I don't know if you're still here or not, but I'm going through the rules of Dominican, 1 ball, 1 pocket. So here we go. So now I'm going to break, and I'm trying to push this ball towards this pocket right here. That will be my pocket. My opponent's pocket will be automatically diagonally across pocket. So that pocket is going to be my opponent's pocket right here. So what's the difference in the game that we don't spot a ball in the foul? If you pocket the object ball in any pocket but yours, you lose the game. If you don't touch the object ball, you no contact with the cue ball, your opponent gets ball in hand. And 3 fouls in a row is in effect. The only thing I don't know if it's right or wrong, if you scratch with the cue ball, is it loss of the game or your opponent gets the ball in hand? So here we go. And that is a good break because you have no offense. So your pocket is here now. My pocket is there. So you have to think what to do here. I'm going to go 3 rails short. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to try to hit here where the object ball is and go to this pocket. So let's try to do that. And I don't want to scratch, of course. No good. And I sold out pretty much. Yeah. So from here, I got to just make the ball and game's over. But I'm in the pocket, so it's not so easy. Yep, missed it by a mile. Anyway, all right. So now you're here. What can you do, right? I don't know. Let's see. And I sell out the bank. Oh, very nice. Yes, Maria. So, did you catch the major rules, everything, or not? Robster, did you get the rules on this game? Come on, get in there. Yes. Another thing, I don't know if it's alternate break or winner gets the break. I don't know that. So here we go. One more try. Dead center. And I'm breaking towards this pocket right here. And I want the cue ball. And I want to get the cue ball close to the side pocket so my opponent does not have a shot. If I get the cue ball here, object ball here, then you have a 2-rail bank towards your pocket. So let's try it again. That's a very interesting game. Oh, terrible. See, I sold out the bank. I sold out the bank. Too hard, too hard. Ah, way too hard. And I sold the bank back to my pocket. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, my friend. Next time. Very next time. So I'm going to bank here now. So I'm going to hit it with a touch of low right. Oh, not even close. All right, undercut by a mile, but that's okay. So I got to get here somehow. How can we do that? I have no clue. That's probably the best thing I can do. So now I got to get here. So I'm going to shoot 3 rails. Nope, not even close. And I have a 2-rail bank here. Well, anyway, look it up at Dominican 1 ball 1 pocket. It's an interesting game. So I'm shooting a 2-rail bank here towards my pocket here. Nope. Tough. Didn't catch it. But I think cue ball's okay. Now what? No clue. Stay, 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 stay. Did I sell out? Yep, sold out the bank. Double kiss. Don't make it there. You lose the game. 3-railer. Get in there, close. Oh, man. All right. Okay, guys, let's close the shop. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, and practice more. I was very productive practice today. Thanks for being with me. Thanks for coming on the stream. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you next time. Good night. Take care. All right.